Hey everyone, and welcome to another Wrote for a Cue video, and this time something a little different. Well, not that different. It's a frame of snooker against a friend of the channel, Isaac. I played several times, both on live streams and a couple of matches before. Well, Isaac and I played just a friendly after work the other day, and within that sort of 3 frames, whilst generally the standard wasn't high, there was just a bit of a moment of brilliance. And I wanted to share it with you just to show that sometimes I can actually play snooker. I'm not going to show the whole frame. I'm just going to show the second half of it because the first half wasn't that much happened. It was pretty low scoring. It's a couple of good safety shots, I guess, but generally it was fairly run of the mill. But we join it about halfway through, and I'll hand over to my commentary, and he'll take it from there. Okay, so you join us with 8 reds left, and the scores are pretty even Stevens. I should say, in terms of the frame scores, this was part of a 3-frame session. Isaac did take the first frame. The first frame was very, very scrappy. Neither of us had sort of warmed up and stuff like that, so I haven't even bothered making a video out of it because it was not a good watch. But the third frame, you know, I might put it up. We'll see. It was reasonably good quality, but you know, it's whether it's worth it. Because is there anything to play for? We'll see at the end of this frame. So good red from me, followed by a pretty nice green. Although I didn't really play for position. I was just kind of looking to see if I could pot it. If not, then leave the cue ball somewhere up there. If I could pot it, then I had this red to the middle, and or I could play a safety. But I actually went for the red, and that was a pretty good pot from my point of view. I think you agree. Managed to hold for a bought colour quite nicely. Having to stretch over here though. Am I going to get the rest out, or am I going to try stretching? I'm going to try stretching. This never works out. But it seems to this time, couldn't really do too much with the cue ball. It was dead straight. So I tried to screw back just enough to try and get some kind of angle on this red that's nearest the yellow, but I didn't quite get back far enough to think about taking the pot on. You know, if I'd been 25 points ahead, then I might have been tempted. But no, not only 8 points ahead. So I'm going to try and play a safety here. I'm going to try and snooker in behind the yellow. This is what my thinking was. Off the corners of the pockets and in behind the yellow. And I wasn't far off. Didn't quite get it close enough to the yellow to snooker him on all balls, but certainly cut down his options. He can just about get to this full ball though, so should be able to play a screw back safety shot. I know he's going for the pot. And that's a very good pot from that angle. Nice little drag shot. A little close to cushion, but should be able to play. Yeah, it played. Oh, he's not going to go in. No, he's not going to go in. Nice brown, yeah. Managed to stun down the table reasonably well. Just got a bit unlucky with the knuckle of the middle pocket, really. That just sort of, otherwise he would have been further away from this cushion. But nonetheless, he gets that in. But because he was close to cushion, he couldn't really. He couldn't really do what he wanted to with the cue ball. So left himself a cross table black. I'm guessing he's going for. No, he's gone for the blue. Well, both were very difficult, so I'm not surprised. But he didn't get the blue, but still another. So I got a 6 break. He got a 6 break. What can I do in response? I'll get that in nicely. Playing it as a bit of a shot to nothing, although I was very lucky to get through the blue there. Nicely on the green, although I'm pretty straight. But I'm going to try and cut this blue in, because either way, it's going to be tricky to get on a colour. Because I don't think the red that's by the pink passes the black into the corner pocket. So I think it does go to the middle, though, if I got below the black. But I'm trying to land on the red on the cushion. Was trying to move it and sort of bring it off the cushion, sort of like a half ball kiss, and bring it off the cushion, and hopefully the white would come off some of the distance. But obviously I missed the cannon and ended up leaving it too thin a cut to take on the pot, really. Would have probably been cannoning into the bunch there. So I tried to go for the double, thinking that I'm not going to leave anything if I go for the double. So that's what I did. And another break of 6. So that's 3 breaks of 6 in a row. I have left Isaac a chance at this cut to the corner though. Doesn't quite get it though. Catches the green, and I split that pack up a bit. So now now that red does go to the corner past the black, I believe. So longish, mediumish pot for me. Not just the safety, but have I avoided the enough? I don't think I've avoided the enough. I have avoided the enough. That was very lucky. It looked in all the way from where I was stood, and ended up being a good safety shot, but fairly fluky safety shot. But Isaac plays a really good one as well. Just a little overhit, really. I mean, he did very well to hit it that thin and get that line, but just overhit it slightly. And as a consequence, he's left me an easy starter. Now, you'll remember in a video I did last week that I missed a shot where the red was very similar position to this. But this one goes cleanly in the middle of the pocket, looking to land on the black. But I don't. Nor do I really land on the pink. The pink is cuttable into the middle, and I think that's what I go for. Yeah, I try and cut it into the middle because it'd be the natural angle to get on the red near the black spot. And I wasn't far away, just caught the near jaw. And thankfully I didn't play the position shot all that well, so I've left Isaac a little bit of a tricky starter. He's turning the red down for the black spot, and he's going for the one into the middle pocket. Which, yeah, it was a tricky shot. I mean, again, neither of them were easy, but that was definitely the trickier one, I would have said. But, so I can just stun this red in and get on the black, and then I should be able to... Essentially, I'm pretty straight on this black, so I should be able to just run through for the red into the other corner pocket, hopefully, and then maybe also get back on the black. That's the plan. Yeah, played that pretty nicely. Red still goes past the black, obviously, so should be able to just play this with a little bit of top, a little bit of right-hand side, and just get around the other side of the black for the black into the other corner pocket, which the positional shot went perfectly, but I unfortunately missed the red. I had the perfect angle on the black as well. That's what I'm pointing at. I had the perfect angle on the black to get up for the yellow, which is a shame. But thankfully, I didn't leave the red over the pocket for Isaac. So just a safety shot from him. Thin off this one, get the white up the other end of the table. Red somewhere behind the black, maybe. A bit unlucky to cannon the yellow. Not quite a snooker. I think I can get through past the blue quite easily, full ball. So can I screw in behind the black? That's what I've tried, but didn't quite get. I hit it full ball rather than slightly off full ball, and end up putting the red near the top right corner pocket. Sorry about the slight skew on the table as well. This was ended up using my GoPro for this rather than my big camera, just for ease and convenience, and didn't quite get that. I forgot how sensitive the GoPro, because of its wide angle lens, needs to be lined up, essentially to be lined up perfectly for the table to appear square, and I just didn't quite get it right. So everything looks a little bit skew. Also, apologies for my voice as well. I think I'm coming down with something, so this might be the last commentary video for a while. We'll see. Or I'll maybe try and get a few done before I actually come down with something. We're having a conversation about something. I don't know what we're talking about. I don't have the sound on in the room. I can't remember what we were talking about. Hopefully it's innocent and we're not slagging anybody off. I don't think we would. Probably just talking about how this frame's gone when the first frame was so bad, and this frame we've both been playing pretty well. I wasn't far off that red. Got away with it slightly. Was playing for the black, but ended up putting it on the cushion basically. So Isaac had a difficult red, but he's played it really nicely. That was a very nice cut into a blind pocket, and This pink is also cuttable as well. Yeah, he's played that nicely. Can he get around the table for some kind of shot on the yellow? He can, although this is not easy. The yellow is pretty much on the tucked under the baulk cushion. He's also having to get the rest. He's a tall lad, is Isaac, but he's still having to get the rest out here. Yeah, just playing a safety. Don't blame him. It was a very difficult pot. Trying to get the snooker behind the brown, but he's left this yellow to the middle pocket. And there's 10 points in it. So, nice shot on the yellow. Didn't quite get the cue ball where I wanted it to be. I wanted it to actually stop slightly before the brown, but so now I'm having to play I'm going to have to play this green with a little bit of pace to try and stun across the table to the left as we look at it for the brown into the right corner pocket. But I played that about as well as I could. It's gone down the table a little bit further than I'd like, and it's slightly low on this brown, so I'm going to have to come off the baulk cushion and go for the blue. But, ladies and gents, this is why, as a beginner, I practice my colours clearance from the spots. Because, can you guess what happens here? That's right, this is my first yellow to black colours clearance in a real frame. And they weren't even all on their spots. You remember the yellow and the green weren't on their spots. Played that blue to pink about as perfect as I could do. I'm dead straight on this pink, so I can just run through for the black. And there's some handy lines on the table where people have been playing lots of blacks off the spots. Don't know who that could have been. But I've just not quite run far enough. Really was aiming for one of those sort of worn lines, and I'm going to have to get the rest out. But as I've already said, this is my first yellow to black colours clearance, so let's just watch this go in. And that is why, even as a beginner, you should practice your colours clearance from the spot, because it might sound silly, because you get to an end of a frame and the colours are rarely on the spots, but you never know, it might happen. And also, the colours are on the spots at the beginning of the frame and throughout the frame if people are potting them. So it's always useful to practice. And as I say, that is my first one in a real frame. Pretty happy with that. That's all from me. Don't forget to like the video if you do, and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Still on that push to get 1,000 subscribers by Christmas, and I'll see you in the next video.